Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Town Hall. This is episode number 22. And I'm going to be joined by actually two guests only in the first place, because right now one is not here just yet. It's going to be Neutron.
Yo!
You've been on the show actually so many times already. I feel like I don't even know if we
Yeah.
should introduce you at this point. The Night Elf player from Russia who tried FFA for a while, and then he realized that solo is the only way.
To feel bad, it's the only way. To feel miserable, you know?
Yeah. And we got Kaiser. Last time you made a quick cameo on the last episode, but this time you're actually here as a guest for the whole time. How's it going, Kaiser? Can you introduce yourself for those that might not know you super well here?
Sure. So, my name's Kaiser. I am a new Warcraft 3 player, essentially. I started playing about last year from America. USA represent. And mostly known in the Warcraft 3 gym community, I believe.
How old are you?
I'm 24.
Kiddo.
It's not his fault we're grandpas, Neutron.
Yeah.
Well, what's up with all the memes I hear around you, Kaiser? Like the no hands? Like what is going on?
So, it's because I have a complete lack of micro and understanding of the game. So, the no hands is I might as well be playing Warcraft 3 without hands.
But do you say
That's
that about yourself, or do people say that? Because I've heard that so many times.
I believe I started it actually. It's kind of just become like a legacy of its own. So I'm not really sure who or where it started. It just did, and now it's me.
Yeah. Because there's a couple streamers that actually have no hands. So when I first heard that, I was like, wait, really? Then I watched you play. I was like, no, this guy's hands for sure. Like, yeah. So you got me confused a little bit with that. But then when I saw you play, I was wondering if you actually had hands. No, just kidding. All right, let's talk about our first topic. It's going to be W3 Champions. We're in the middle of second season. And the seasons last 6 weeks. And the current season is going to end pretty soon. It's going to be on the, what was it, like 28th or something? I'm trying to look up the exact info. We can go on the website actually and have a look.
I tried to find this info, but I failed.
Yeah. Okay, give me a sec actually. I got the wrong screen I did here. You guys can talk
pretty
for a
sure.
second.
I
I'm
think
pretty sure
it's
it's the
somewhere
20th.
in Discord.
What?
I'm pretty sure it's the 28th.
Yeah, I think it was something like that. We can check the website. There it is. So, oh yeah, there was the zoom out feature that was added. If somebody missed that, it's pretty sick. Personally, I have a very hard time going high. I put like 1800 and I'm like, oh, it's already kind of hard to micro and like, it feels
Where
so
do you
different.
see it ends in 28?
I don't know if on the main page it says anything about that, but I saw it on the
You just
Discord.
remember?
I had the whole
Yeah.
info. Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
I
the
think
I
it's
have
on
the
the
info.
Discord.
Well, we can go to the Matcherino as well. Tournament details. So season 2 of the W3 Champions will introduce an end of season tournament, top 8 from Grandmaster League.
And no dates.
Grandmaster League, in fact. In each realm will be invited to play. Prize pool will be crowdfunded. And so it's NA and Europe. And the NA player accept North American players, South American, Southeast Asia, and Oceanic regions. And the EU tournament accept players from Europe, East Asia, and Africa. And so the dates for the tournament is 4th and 5th of September. And the prize pool split will be 65-35 or 65 for Europe, 35% to NA. And the winner will get a Season 2 champion flare in their profile. And it's going to be on Back to Warcraft. And the prize pool up to this point, or at this point, is at $1,400. So it's pretty significant. I got the info somewhere here. So it ends. Wait, it didn't say double elimination.
No info about it.
It's just going to be double elimination. I don't know. Yeah, it hasn't been announced if there's going to be a cap for prize pool just yet. If they're going to try to save some of that for the next one.
I think I saw the cap was about 2K or something.
Yeah. Okay, maybe.
But yeah.
Yeah. And August 28th. So it's a Friday at 6 p.m. CEST is the cutoff point, where players have to make top 8 before that. Are you gonna try to make that, Neutron, or what?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Well, why are you even on ladder right now?
I think it's top 25 or something. Top 27.
That's it.
Yeah,
Hey, start working, man. What? Hey, you're on
I
team
got.
FML, really?
Yeah. Do you know what is it?
Yeah, fuck my life.
No, it's FFA Masters League.
Oh, okay. Well,
But fuck my life works too.
yeah. You think you have a good chance to make it to top 8? Because it's pretty competitive.
Well, it depends on how many games people gonna play. I guess everybody gonna try hard, so we'll see.
Yeah. And like, there's a bunch of people that have multiple accounts because they like to stroke their own egos. So, for example, Xlord has 2 accounts in top 8. Happy has 3 accounts. Proper debug, this guy, if you ask me. Yeah, that's it
Yeah,
actually for the multiple accounts.
Info over there.
Kaiser, are you gonna try?
Well, with the NA, my recent performance on Backdoor Craft against Insup indicates that I probably won't be making the Grandmaster cut.
Yeah. Wait, what rank are you?
I believe I'm Diamond or Plat 1, one of the two. Depends if I win or lose the next couple games.
Hey, you're only 2 leagues off. Let's
We're,
go.
we're getting there.
Yeah.
Pretty close.
And also, apparently Hitman is trying to rival Happy for title of the biggest debug with multiple accounts in the top 8. So he's got 3 accounts, assuming all 3 are his in the top 8, actually even top 3. Interesting. But yeah, pretty hype stuff. I think the tournaments are going to be really sick. Like on Europe, it's going to be a crazy race. I think like on NA, it's like more straightforward. But on Europe, I believe that Infi will not be playing. If he was to qualify, which right now he's rank 4, so he's looking good. So that's one more spot.
As I read it, you can't play if you are not from Europe. So you have to be from Europe to play it.
I just read the rules.
NA.
I thought East Asia was included. I'm pretty sure
Maybe, I
Infi
don't
was
know.
asked if he wanted to play, and he just said no. I think it might have been able for him. It might have been able to be possible for him to play if he actually wanted to. I believe at least.
Well, it would be nice if he would play it. On European hosts, it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Well, it's need to mention that he has not that high ping, so he has better ping than we are on NA hosts. So he had something around 120 or something like that.
No. Yes. What?
Yeah, he had around 120 ping on Europe.
No.
Yeah, I remember seeing that on stream too. I was kind of amazed.
120?
Yeah.
So it's pretty playable, yeah.
I mean, is he friends with Elon Musk or something? He got like that satellite internet. Like, how is that even possible?
Seems like
Like, must be a hell of a ping accelerator. I thought he has more like 180 or something most of the time, which is what we're supposed to have. Like, for example, what I would have if I play on NetEase. Like, it's between like 180 and 200 kind of. But yeah, 120 sounds a little insane.
yeah. Maybe I got confused with another player who has same nickname.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it depends on the time of day too. I remember I think Infi
Side
said
in chat says that he saw 180 on Infi
Yeah.
stream.
That's what I see as well. Yeah, so the race is going to be pretty sick. Like right now, outside of that top 8, we got one, Krav, the Muslim. But obviously not counting the multiple accounts. We got Grubby, I am there. I probably wouldn't play the tournament, so I don't think I'm going to try necessarily to qualify. We'll see. We got Sed, Lil Dizzy, Starbucks, Chic, Please, Johnny Cage, Starzane. All of these guys, they could make a real one for it. Ante, Satini.
No, it
Graceful.
just depends on the number of games
Yeah.
people gonna play.
Sides in there. Happy's leveling his 4th account. Holy shit. Yeah, Neutron, do you need to get right back to work here? you got pretty good MMR actually. It's just you need to put in volume to gain that RP to go up. It's all about like how many games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you guys want to check that out and perhaps donate towards the Matcherino, I'm going to open it right here. It's matcherino.com/tournaments/31685. And right now we're at 1400s. And there's going to be a cap, but then whatever is additional would be going towards next season, I'm guessing. And it's a pretty good initiative. I think it's going to be really hype, if there's 1K for Europe, and then it's just like an 8 players with the top 8 ranked players casted by Back to Warcraft double bracket. I find that really, really hype. So I'm excited for it.
It's gonna be tons of nice games. Really interesting to watch.
How important would it be for you to qualify? Very, or you think you're going to try super hard?
No. I'm gonna play like couple more games than usual.
Yeah.
So I think chances I will qualify is super low.
Okay. That's good. Sorry.
I can be your cheerleader, Neutron.
What?
I can be your cheerleader for you. It's from the sidelines cheering you on.
You can play on my account to help me
Shut up.
get to the diamond.
Oh my god. All right. Second topic is going to be cups and tournaments news. So it's been a while since we've had our last town hall, actually. So there was like a lot of tournaments, but I just picked like all the recent major ones and a couple smaller cups as well. I may have forgot like one or two, but let's go through them. Up first, we have the DreamHack Warcraft 3 Open 2020 Summer Season Europe, which just concluded last weekend. And Neutron, why weren't you in this? Oh, you were.
Yeah, it's
Shit.
fucking embarrassing result for me.
Why? You lost to Vortex and won.
Yeah, to 2 noobs. Yeah, I mean, I played really bad against both of them, so I'm not satisfied with my game. If I would lose to them when I played my tip-top shape game, it would be fine. But I really played super shitty.
Do you think that style that you played against Vortex with like the Demon Naga, against like Mazgul Gorg?
It was just me being a little nervous, and I was trying to have a good micro at start to block DK and stuff, and then I forgot to scout if it's Gargs or not. So usually I do scout before the tier 2. I see second crypt and I take Panda and go mass archers. But I don't know how, but 2 games I just did not scout properly and took this useless Naga. So when you take Panda, it's much more easier.
Kaiser, did you catch these games?
I didn't, but I'm always down to see some good old Garglame.
Yeah, Neutron's not laughing though. How did you enjoy the rest of the tournament, Neutron? I guess like you're mostly interested in Night Elf, and we had Foggy make it to the semi, then lose 2 blades. What did you think?
Well, I wouldn't think that Foggy gonna take two games against him. Also, I didn't think that Foggy will lose 2 games against Cooper. So I was expecting like 3-1, 3-0 against Cooper, and then 1-3 against Blade or something. But pretty close anyway. Yeah.
How come? Usually Foggy always gets finals against Happy almost.
Yeah, but considering how bad he played against Cooper, he lost to one map, and recently I think he's not in his best shape. So having a girlfriend doesn't really help you win. So yeah, and humans are super imbalanced, like Todd.
Yeah, of course. Actually, speaking of that, if you had beat Vortex and won in the group, and then you would have had to play Thorzain, how do you think it would have gone?
I think I would win 3-1.
Okay, and then against Happy?
It's very hard to play against him. I don't know. I would be happy to take 1 map.
Right.
It's hard to beat a guy who plays 14 hours a day when you play like one hour tops.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if I would play 10 hours a day per day for a couple of months, maybe I would have more chances. I'm not saying that I will win, but games would be much more competitive.
Who do you think are the people that play the most in the scene?
Happy for sure, number one. Uh, then I think X Lord plays pretty many games recently. Not all the year, but recently. Foggy always played, but I think Foggy plays not enough. So he's a professional pro gamer. He needs to concentrate on the Warcraft, but he's not playing enough, in my opinion.
Really?
So
He's playing on NetEase though.
yeah, but he has some strange rules, like not more than 10 games a day or 20 games. But it's nothing. You can play 40, 30 games.
Actually, it might be smart. Maybe I should try that instead of losing my fucking mind every day because I'm playing too many games. And then against Undead in 50% of them and win
I
zero
think I,
times.
I think the Muslim is the most try hard right now. He plays many super huge amounts of games. Also, he has most games in FFA. He had it last season, so he had around 300 FFA games. Also, so many games in solo. I don't know where he takes his time to play so much. Also, he plays StarCraft 2, as far as I know.
Yeah.
So yeah, he is number two, I think.
Kaiser, how many games do you play?
I like to play more as always, but I I probably play about 8 games a day or so on the Elite ladder. I
Why? What do you do besides the Warcraft?
I
Go.
work
Oh
and go to
yeah, I get it. School and homework, right?
yeah. But I can't beat Elf and I can't win Mir. That we need to fix those two matchups. Look, go back to them
Oh,
stats.
you play Undead, right?
Yeah,
And you can't beat Elf?
I can't.
Neutron, do you have some advice?
Well, watch European and that's they pretty successful.
25%. Yeah, it's not a big sample of games. But yeah, when I checked on Europe just now to see who plays the most, let's go back to this page. In terms of games, we got the Muslim in first place. Grubby plays a lot. 350 games this season.
Yeah, Grabby plays a lot, but he's not competing.
Yeah. Then we got Blades 284, Ante 255. I got
Well,
242.
first place is on Happy, anyways. He just has 4 accounts.
Yeah. How many does he have? Let's do 43 plus 110, 153, 250, 274. And then
Around 400 also, yeah.
370. That's it. Yeah. So he would be like second in games after the Muslim. Damn, the Muslim's a fucking nerd, guys. He plays more than everybody, and he has FFA games as well. I mean, technically, Happy also plays a lot of FFA whenever he's
What?
not playing solo.
Seriously?
Yeah, but like custom games.
Not. Okay.
Yeah, you never watch his stream?
No.
He's like trolling. He makes like invis footmen, then he surrounds somebody's hero, and then they can't move, and then he just laughs.
Well, for me, it's not funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think happy streams are the most boring from any streams, from all the streams.
Why?
I don't know why people watch these stupid strategies and enjoy it.
I think you're just
Well,
salty because you got banned in his chat after you asked who was opponent.
oh, actually, I'm not banned on his chat, but because I never wrote anything.
Yeah,
Well, I
yeah.
mean, some people love his streams, and a lot of people watch, but I'm personally don't understand what do they find there.
Yeah. All right.
He's not the most entertaining guy.
DreamHack Warcraft 3 Open 2020 Summer Season. America this time. So this one had less players. We had 8 players in total instead of 16 in Europe. And it was 2 groups into a single bracket. And we had Cruncher, Kiwikaki, Hitman, and Insup advancing. And then Cruncher beat Insup and Hitman beat Kiwikaki. So the 2 favorites, usually from that region, Cruncher and Hitman, met in the finals. Cruncher won game 1, and then everybody wondered if maybe he was returning to his former glory, and finally somebody could challenge Hitman. But then Hitman swept after that, and it was a 3-1 victory for Hitman. Did you guys catch any of this, and what did you think, Kaiser?
I think the games are actually pretty cool. Like even though it was a sweep, they're still pretty close. I gotta give props to like the top NA people, because for me it would be discouraging if I was participating in those, because you kind of see the tournament and Hitman and Crunch are just so much better than everybody. Really, it's kind of hard to like find the motivation too, but it's always good to see them give it the best shot.
Hit me with your best shot.
Did you watch any of this, Neutron?
No,
Why?
it was pretty late on European time, so and I didn't want to watch it in recordings. I still have some Asian leagues to watch in the queue.
Yeah.
So yeah, and don't get me wrong, but in NA they have only couple of good players, so not really interesting to watch most of the games.
Yeah, there was
And in the playoffs there was no Night Elf, so not interesting for me.
yeah. There was a 5K prize total, so Hitman won 1,600 and Cruncher won 1K, Insub and Kiwi both $600. Yeah, actually, I didn't mention the prize pool for Europe. There was in total 10K. Happy won 2.4 thousand, Blades 1,200, Foggy and Vortex 800. And look at this Neutron with the $200. What did you buy with it?
Oh, I need to apply for it. Send some info. Totally forgot about it.
I'll take 10% since I reminded you.
Okay, but give me one more point, so I will have 26.
Sure. DreamHack Warcraft 3 Open 2020 summer season, this time Asia, so that's been ongoing. I kind of like the format with the broadcast and everything. I know that for some players it's not ideal. I was talking about this with one, actually. That's where the idea for this tunnel came from, because he was telling me that for somebody that has a job and specific hours to work, it's very hard to make the scheduling sometimes from tournaments work. Because they just tell you you're playing that day and then that's it. You have no way to change it. And if you're working, then you're screwed, you know? Like, you're not going to get fired over this. And then you have to forfeit the tournament or, like, play at some really difficult hours where you might not be able to take time off. But as somebody that's full-time on gaming and stuff, I kind of like the format where it's, like, spread out and stuff. I do think they should allow for a little bit more flexibility from some of the competitors, especially in Europe, because not many players are actually pro gamer and full-time, so... Yeah. So in Asia, we had in Group A, Lin and Sok advancing. Group B, Lowlight Focus. Group C, we had Moon and 120. And Group D, Infi and Fly. And that gives us the playoffs. Infi will take on Focus. That's on Saturday, pretty early for us in Europe, 9 a.m. So I guess for West Coast in the US, it's going to be like, what, midnight? the night before. But for East Coast, it kind of sucks. What is it going to be, like 3 a.m. or something? Yeah, so it's pretty late. But in Asia, obviously, it's like peak hours. It's like early evening and stuff. Or early afternoon, I guess. In China, it's like plus 6 hours. So it should be like 3 p.m. they start and then finish in the evening. So yeah, Infi Focus. All the quarterfinals are on Saturday. Moonsock, Lin 120, and Lowlight Fly. And then on Sunday, we got the 2 semifinals and the finals. What are you guys' thoughts on these tournaments, the format, everything, and those quarterfinals, Kaiser?
I'm really just looking forward to seeing games. It's always like because every one of these tournaments are so much better than me. It's like even hard to appreciate like all the stuff that they do really. So as far as the like tournament goes, I just want to see games. I don't have any say in the formatting.
Are you all about the undeads? Because since you play undead, or?
Yeah, mostly looking forward to seeing 1-0 play.
Yeah. Neutron, what about you?
Well, I don't get what the difference in format compared to European.
No, there isn't one. It's the same format, but I meant like what I talked about with one, you know, like just not having really flexible hours. The tournament just kind of tells you
okay.
when you have to play, and then you can't really change it.
Yeah, there was a situation when X-Lord or someone could not play at one time, and admins was asking if other players can swap with them. So they tried to make it a bit more comfortable, but yeah, it was pretty strict. And I think if you participate in such tournaments, which like the best European championship this year, you have to just have this free time to play it. I don't know. I mean, if you're not professional, just don't play it.
That's a little bit harsh.
Well,
Imagine if you're one and like you're competitive, but then you have a full-time job. How are you supposed to do it? You can't just say I'm not gonna play it.
well, you can.
God damn it. You're useless, man. No, these quarters are gonna be pretty hype. Again, it's Saturday and Sunday. It's gonna be on twitch.tv/ESL_WC3. I'll be casting with the Back to Warcraft guys. Been having a lot of fun with these guys, so make sure to check it out. If you guys go on the Wikipedia and you click on this, you'll see the time for you. It's actually in 12 hours and 32 minutes, so yeah. Maybe I should get some sleep pretty early tonight.
Oh. A little more discussions, and we're gonna stream it.
What? Oh, yeah. I got it. The NetEase Esports X tournament, aka Next 2020 Summer. There is so many tournaments these days, it's crazy. They're like growing on trees. In this one, actually, we got like a reverse DreamHack Summer instead of Infeed's TH00 that's playing, and he made it to the quarterfinals. It's going to be PCG versus Fly, SOG versus 120, Focus versus Moon, and TH00 versus Alice in those quarterfinals. So another nice tournament. And we get 2 L's in both of these big tournaments in the quarterfinals every time. What's going on with that, Neutron? I thought your race was weak.
Well, it's not much from 8 players, just 2 medals.
What do you mean it's not much? There's 4 races. There's 2 players of each race, you dummy.
Yeah, so it's kind of equal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh my god. All right. Kaiser, help me out here.
You're so newbie.
25% of the players are elves. 25% of the races are elf. I mean, the math adds up. I see where he's coming from.
And you get one more undead here to cheer on. As in DreamHack, there is only 120 that's undead in the quarterfinals. Now you get PCG as well, who's gonna get eviscerated by Fly. Or like, what do you think about the chances of these undeads?
Oh, they both suck, like Kaiser.
It's
Whoa!
Okay,
I wish,
man.
I wish I sucked as much as 1-0.
Well, he gets a free win as well. He drew a human in the quarterfinals. That's pretty nice. Must be nice. Okay,
I don't know. Does he play Creep Lord first?
Sometimes, yeah. And that's gonna be September 5th, apparently. All of it? Wait, what?
Yeah.
All of it is listed for September 5th right now. So
yeah, I think for semifinals and finals they're gonna change the date.
yeah. Okay, let's see what's next. ESL Open Cup 28. Guess who won? Anyone?
Next.
I feel like
I think we better discuss who took the second place.
yeah, Sonic actually. But you know, like I think it's part of why we see less and less players in this Open Cup is that it's boring. You know, Happy is winning all of them. Nobody can contest, and like the few people that could, they stop playing it, and then everybody stopped playing it. They're like, oh, if these guys give up, we also give up. And now it's just Happy collecting $100. I think they should just like put a little bit of the prize pool for second place. You know, like 75-25, 60-40, anything. But now $100 for first place. He's just gonna collect that every time. It's never gonna be that entertaining these days, at least I think. ESL Open Cup 29. Guess who won that one? And another. How many has he won? Like, Happy has made like $3,000 or something, winning $100 at a time.
Yeah, it's just like a salary, 400 per month. only on these cups.
For beating a bunch of garbage players. But that's the thing too. He beats like very decent players, but he's just levels above everybody. Like he beat Kevin in the semi, then Side in the finals.
Side, what's up, buddy? He should be in the chat.
Is he? Actually, I asked him
No,
to do this show, and he said he was going on vacation. So if he's in the chats, he fucking
Yeah.
lied to me.
He's on vacation somewhere in the swimming pool, drinking some weird cocktail. And maybe kissing another man. I don't know.
Okay, Kaiser, any thoughts on this?
I was actually gonna ask because I see Happy dominating cups. I think everyone does too. Like, as you guys are very top level European players, do you think that like it's healthy for the scene, or like what do you think it should be like banned, or maybe some kind of like handicap or anything to kind of make it more competitive?
You can't ban someone because they
I know, yeah.
because they win too much. But I really like that in the Back to Warcraft tournaments, there is the prize pool for second place. And
Yeah,
not only that, there is a yellow caps to add some diversity and give a chance to like some other players to make a name for themselves. But I really think that it's so stupid if you play like all day or like all afternoon and then you make the finals and then you lose in the finals and it's like nothing for you. I really think you should win at least a little bit. So I hope that they change it a minimum. Even if it was 90-10, you know what? A couple people might fight for that $10. Like we might see more sign up.
Even Sonic played so many tournaments with a super low prize pool. There were a couple on US server. I don't remember which one, but it was like $20 for first place or $15 or $30, and Sonic played all of them and won a lot.
And then he bought a car with all the earnings. That'd be sick. Okay, let's see that's the last one, I guess, for the Cup/tournament news. Then we'll focus specifically on one. But the Africa TV Warcraft League, also known as AWL, 2020 Season 3, so recently concluded. So it feels like there's been just so many tournaments and a lot of them with the same players. And usually the same guys going kind of far.
Yeah, but this tournament was a start tournament for Colorful.
Yeah. He had actually, the Night Elves had a really sick showing. 3 of them made it to the semis. Moon, Lolite, Colorful. And we had 1-2-0 as well. 1-2-0 beat Moon in the first semi 3-2. Colorful beat Lolite in the other one 3-2. And then in the final 1-2-0 won 4-3. And then Moon won the third place match 3-1. So Undead won, but Night Elf second, third, and fourth.
Yeah, nice
what do you
tournament.
think?
I'm looking forward to watch these games.
You haven't seen them yet?
Not yet, yeah.
Kaiser, you can't win against Night Elf and you're not watching these VODs? What are you doing with your life?
Not much. Not winning against Elf, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty sick to see an Undead win like a tournament like this. I feel like it happens maybe like kind of more rarely than we would see the other races, mainly because technically the best Undead player in the world is still Happy, and he doesn't play these tournaments anymore. So it's up for 1-2-0 to carry the flag, and he did that very well here with the win.
Actually, look at the prize money distribution in Asian tournaments compared to Europeans, for example. So on this DreamHack tournaments in Europe and NA, the difference between first and second place was not too big, but here it's like almost 3 times more for the first place.
It was double in Europe. It was 1.2 for Blade and 2.4 for Happy in DreamHack Summer.
But in US it was like 1.5 or something.
I think 1.6 and then 1,000.
1.6, yeah,
maybe.
1.6.
But yeah, bigger differential here. Interesting.
So in Asia for the first place, you get much more money.
That's how you bait the best
Good
players.
play.
You dangle a carrot in front of them. You're like, hey, $5,000, come play, and then they'll come. But yeah, pretty nice to have this many tournaments, but it definitely feels like there is also a big saturation. This is not a super easy tournament to watch as well because it's not on Twitch. It's only on Africa TV, so it wasn't super easy to follow. With
And also, I think most of the all the games, most of these tournaments are in reforged graphics. So you have to to be fine with your eyes bleeding when you watch it.
And are you fine with that?
Well, I'm getting used to it bit by bit.
What about you, Kaiser? The reforged graphics, do they bother you at all, or?
The mod that Back to Warcraft uses makes it pretty watchable, but by itself it's pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. We're moving fast here. Next topic is gonna be.
Well,
What the hell was that?
it's how I can pronounce this ESL.
The Meisterschaft. The
Yeah.
Meisterschaft. You need to put like a German accent in it a little bit.
The Meisterschaft.
The Meisterschaft. Das
Meisterschaft.
Das ist die. Okay, that's stop.
Das ist Papier.
What are you talking about? All right. So the Meisterschaft has been going for a while. The current season ended. There's already been the up and down and some qualifiers. It's like an 8K euro tournament. And we had two groups of 6 players. Everybody played everybody. And then top 3 advanced. And then in the playoff, Spiral beat Ante, and then I will face him in the semi. And in the other in the other quarter, One beat Edo, and he will face X-Lord in the other semi. That's going to be played September 4th.
Oh shit.
And it's been a nice tournament, but I really feel like so many of the things in this tournament could have been handled better. You know, like when we knew all the people that qualified, I feel like we weren't really talked to about how to schedule and stuff the matches, what would be the best. They just came out one day and said, these are the groups. They didn't even show any drawing or anything. They just said, these are the groups. And if I look at the groups, I already think like Group A is quite a bit tougher than Group B. So I would have loved to see like what drawing or what seeding they use for that. I really dislike that in esports, and I'm talking any esports almost, you never see any group drawings. Like I don't really follow much traditional sports, but I'm pretty sure if you watch the football, like the World Cup, there is a fucking group drawing, isn't there?
Well, maybe.
I think
don't
so.
know.
Like, how about making those a little bit more public and showing us how the groups are drawn? I really don't like that. Like, there is like all this secrecy around like how this is drawn and stuff. It would be so much better if you'd actually know how it happened and everything. In my opinion, would give me closure for having a group like this. So that's the first thing. I don't like seeing that in the sport. What do you think, Kaiser?
I'd kind of agree. I didn't see this group until now. Group A definitely looks a bit tougher. I think just some transparency would be nice.
Did you watch any traditional sports like anything, football, tennis? Like, is there drawings?
I don't think that there is. I very casually watch like basketball.
Yeah. Well, I think you don't need actually in American sports because it's just a giant round robin. And then everybody plays everybody, so you don't need to draw anything. It's like everybody plays everybody, and then top 2 makes the playoffs.
Yeah, essentially.
But like, I'm pretty sure that for the football World Cup or like for Champions League, I don't really follow these sports, but I've heard many times that there is some sort of drawing. So I think it'd be much more suitable for these formats to also draw. But that's just me. Another thing was again like the scheduling. So they just came out, they revealed the group, and then we heard like Meisterschaft is going to be on Tuesdays and on Wednesdays. Tuesdays will be Group A, and Wednesdays will be Group B. And then you have to play either at 7:15 p.m. or 8:15 p.m. or 9:15 p.m. And a bunch of the people that work, like this doesn't really concern me because I'm available pretty much all the time, so I don't really care. But I just know that for some people it really sucked. And like One and X-Lord are two of those guys. Well, like One, every week his schedule changes. So like 1 week he'll work in the nights, and then 1 week he'll work like earlier in the day. And if he works like later in the nights, it's gonna be very close for him to be able to make it and play in this. So it's like really shitty. Like you said, Neutron, like if you can't play, if you don't have enough free time, don't play this. But realistically, I think it's more on the tournament's end.
It was half joke, so yeah.
Yeah. I think it's more on the tournament's ends to try and make sure that they give a little bit more flexibility, especially for those that have a job.
Yeah,
that
but
need
you
it.
organize some tournaments yourself, so you know how hard it is to handle all the scheduling with a lot of players.
Yeah, but it was hard because they were fucking babies, a lot of them, and like giving shitty excuses, like not to be there at a certain time or like playing at another certain time. Like I'm not saying you should let people decide when they play exactly, but you should be flexible for sure. You can't just come out and say, by the way, you're gonna play every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and then if you can't
I
play, then
agree.
fuck you. You know, you're out. It's I don't like that. They showed a little bit of flexibility, but like it had to be like something really bad. Like for example, when I got my surgery, they allowed me to postpone one of my match for 1 week. Obviously, if they would have given me a death loss for that, that would have been pretty ridiculous. But yeah, that's being streamed on Back to Warcraft with Reforged graphics as well, and with German commentary. So it's a real test to people's passion for Warcraft 3. This one for sure. And
Yeah, it's hard to watch. So
yeah. And actually, there's one thing that really bothers me in this tournament. It feels like there's a lot of things that bother me from this tournament, but the main one that right now I'm really not a big fan of is that it's a league. So when the groups were announced, they announced for the next 10 play day who's gonna play against who. And you only have to reveal your race, like, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes before you play when you do the vetoes. And I think that's kind of stupid because if I know like 2 weeks in advance that I'm gonna play against like Spiral, for example, who can play multiple races, why can't I practice against the race that he's gonna play? He knows that I'm gonna play human. Or like, should everybody start to play multiple races and then what happens? You know, like we're doing the veto and then we disagree on the race and then we have to message the admin what race we play. It's like rock, paper, scissors. So I think it's really silly not to have that as a rule revealed in advance. It goes to show that in esports, a lot of the rules like that are very outdated. Like there is no the game like Warcraft 3. In StarCraft 2, there is nobody that plays 2 races. Not one person.
yeah, just compared to UFC, for example. So before the fight, you have to tell are you gonna make takedowns or just.
It's not the same. I'm not asking like what race he's gonna play plus what strategy and what hero. But I want to know what, like, you know who your opponent is, at least in UFC, you know? It's not like you're going to show up and then there's going to be a guy with a mask entering the octagon. And then in the last second, when he's being fucking announced, he takes his mask off. He's like, holy shit, it's Conor McGregor. Like, no, that's not how it works. You know who you're going to face. So then you can study them. You can get ready for them. You can study tape. You can prepare for their style specifically. Of course, they can change their game plan, but at least you know who you're going to face. Here, I feel like I don't even know who the fuck I'm going to face. Like, if I have to play somebody like Spiral, or let's say Spooky also played quite a bit of random. You don't know if he's gonna pick human, night elf, orc, or undead, or maybe even random. Like, it's stupid. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to practice for my match against Spiral?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
In such groups, maybe it's good to announce your race for every match, maybe.
But how long do you think would be a good length? Because like I started talking to a lot of people about it, and then some people said no. You should only reveal your race last second.
I don't mind. I mean, I don't want to use it to my advantage. Just lack of information for my opponent which race I'm gonna play. So I would announce it like maybe a week would be nice. So in the end of, for example, after your games in the week 1, you just announce your race for the second week.
Yeah, I thought a week was good, and then some people said maybe a week's too long because sometimes the other player, maybe a week before, he will not be sure what race he wants to play. But I think like at least 3 days, you know, like 5 days would be good, maybe a week, like something like that. But now, the fact that you only announce your race while the vetoes are happening means that the other guy has like a giant advantage. For my first match against Spiral in this tournament, I prepared against Orc, and then in the last minute I heard he was going to play Undead. And then I played I had prepared nothing for Undead. I played so fucking...
Seriously?
Yeah. And I lost. I lost to his Undead.
Not Orc? Oh,
yeah.
Shit. I thought he changed the race only for the playoffs first time.
No, he switched race a lot, like from a certain point, I think. Like after
he
lost...
it also was double round robin, right? So
yeah, you had to play everybody twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the second time, same thing. He played Undead, but this time I won 2-1. But yeah, he played Undead the first time, and like it just caught me like super off guard. I didn't think he would play Undead against me, and I was just completely unprepared. And I think that's just fucking stupid for a league match with like that much money on the line, where like it's important. It will for sure make for worse games as well, right? Like if you know the opponent's race and they're both practicing, I think that's what I want to see. Like 2 players that prepare really hard for a match.
Well, but to be fair, if somebody can play 2 races on the high level, it's kind of their advantage, so they can catch you off guard.
Yeah, but While I agree, I also think that in Warcraft 3, it's not like some people are like geniuses and they can play like many races super well. Maybe it's like 3 players like that in the world, you know, with Infi at the top. Obviously, it's not like he's played like a ton of Undead before. He just picked Undead because it's a fucking stupid matchup against humans. So he's already got that advantage. And then he gets the advantage of the surprise of the race as well, because I learned about it last second. So
just
unless I
practice
guess
second race also and play Night Elf when he announced his undead race and you're like, okay, I'm Night Elf, and lose again.
wait, what are you saying?
So you could try to practice second race, for example, Night Elf, and pick it against Spiral.
Against
So
his Undead?
he would be surprised, but you would lose anyway because undeads are too strong.
Yeah, but also like I don't even know what the rules say. Like imagine if he announced like right now the rules are like very vague. I think it says that if you wanna play a race that usually is not your main race, you have to announce it before the veto starts. But then what if he announced that he's playing Undead, and then I say, okay, well I'll go Orc then, and then he disagrees. He's like, well if you go Orc, I'll go Orc as well. I don't even know what
Yeah,
happens.
like
I think we have to message our races to the admin. So this shows you that the rules are like very outdated. For
I
tournaments,
remember back in the days, like in 2003, we played different races, and I remember on the tournaments, we started the game, and when the countdown goes to 3, when you can't change the race anymore, so you was changing always from race to race to have a better matchup for yourself. I remember it. It was super
so a
stupid.
lot of people were changing at the last second.
Yeah. So you could just guess. For example, I would play against someone, and if he plays undead, I would pick orc, and also he could play human. So he tried to pick human in the last second. So I switched to a night elf again. So it was so stupid. And sometimes against someone, we ended up playing orc mirror when we both hated it so much. So it really wasn't good to good
So what do you think would be the
to
best
play.
set of rules to try and fix this?
On one tournament which gonna be played tomorrow, there is it's a super interesting tournament when you have to play different races. So it's kind of uh, you ban the maps and then you ban the races from your opponent. So it would be nice if you, for example,
Wait, what's this
start.
tournament?
It's it will be on Russian website, goodgame.ru,
Yeah.
and it's a tournament when you can't play one race. So if in the first phase, in best of one, you are banning your opponent races. So up to one race, so you basically choose what race he gonna play, and he does the same. And in best of 3 later on, you just if you win a game, you have to change the race. So it's super fun.
Yeah.
So there first you ban in the maps and then you ban in the races. So maybe here should be something like this. So at first one player starts to pick a race, then you pick a race, then he picks bans a map or
Yeah, but that's
something like
not
that.
realistic for a tournament like Meisterschaft or something
Yeah.
bigger. Kaiser, do you have any inputs?
I think for like the spirit of competition and like the best games possible, maybe like a week out they have to announce their race. Like I see the merit in both, where like it kind of feels punishing if you know how to play more than one race at that level. That like you kind of should be able to, but like you kept mentioning that it's a pretty big loophole where I pick undead. Well, okay, I'm orc. It just for the best games possible, I think declaring the race is probably the best way to go.
You know, apparently, I don't know if it's next WGL, but I think it is. It might be. Like Infi talked about it in his recent interview. There's going to be a tournament soon where Turtle Rock is in the map pool, and you can switch race from map to map.
Oh,
Can you
shit.
imagine the fucking circus that this is going to be, potentially? Like if some of the good random players meet each other. So
Yeah.
I guess we'll have to follow that and see how that goes down. How do you even veto? Like, it's going to be nuts. I'm pretty
But
sure there's going to be some disagreements on race, and then I don't know how they handle it. They probably message the admin.
But it should be definitely a line you never cross. For example, on W3 IL, it was the rule that you have to pick a race for best of three, but you don't know who you play against. So you can't choose a race after you know your opponent.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay, so yeah, this is gonna be happening on the 4th of September. I don't know if this time is correct. I thought it was earlier. I thought it might be 4 p.m., but this says 5 p.m. and then there'll be the two semifinals. I don't even know. I don't think there's a third place match. Yeah, I don't believe there is a third place match, but it's still listed here for some reason. So yeah, two semifinals, then the finals. So September 4th, if you guys want to follow that, back to Warcraft. Reforged graphics, German, bring all of your passion because you're going to need it. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it about this tournament. I had a lot of things to talk about because I really feel like they can do better than this with like the flexibility, the race stuff, and all of that. Yeah, let's see. What else did we have?
I saw only 3 games on this from this tournament. It was Spiral against Enter, best of 3, when Spiral beat him 3-0 with Night Elf.
Yeah.
It was super crazy.
What do you think of that series?
Well, I lost to Enter 0-2, and Spiral won him with Night Elf 3-0. So I just had one more proof that I'm fucking noob. Yeah, that's it.
You didn't need that though, did you? I don't know if you guys saw, but I collected a bunch of feedbacks from like interviews, like from some players and also from interviews that happened in DreamHack Summer. And I can show you guys. We posted it on refrogged.com. So yeah, refrog.com, and then it's like the second news, words from the scene slash or dash balance feedback. And then a lot of the players gave their feedback basically. So we got Cruncher, Death Notes, Fortitudes, Hawk, The Muslim, Lin, 120, Moon, Lolite, Infi, Happy, Foggy, and Vortex. And then on the second page is like the real noobs. Me and Remo also gave our inputs for like some longer posts and stuff. But it's pretty interesting. Oh, there is Chic as well. It's pretty interesting if you guys want to see. Shit kept it simple, by the way. And he only mentioned stuff that of nerf about undead. In nutshell, how could nerf undead increase the build time from Haunted Mine, nerf hit point or armor on ziggurats, nerf regeneration or movement speed for acolytes? Neutron, what do you think?
Hmm? What about
How you
movement
listen,
speed
you
of
fool?
What?
Why didn't you give feedback, by the way? You didn't, right?
I did to you. What the fuck?
Wait,
Or
what?
who chatted me from your Discord account? We were discussing it like 2 days ago.
Oh shit, I did. Alright, fuck it. I'll edit later.
Well, I have to say most of this is complete bullshit. Everybody just whine. The most reliable information was provided by Asian players mostly. Foggy just whined like I lost to Happy all my games. That's why Undead is better than Night Elf. So it's hard to play Demon Hunter. Make Demon Hunter better. So I don't think feedback should be like that.
So what should it be like?
It should be like mine, which I provided you, but you didn't post it because it's
Dude,
super good.
I'm gonna share it later. Yeah, I skipped it. Well, actually, we can show yours. Let me see. I have it on Discord right here. Let me pull it up. Give me a sec. Yeah, yours wasn't necessarily the most organized, but at least you gave some.
Yeah, well, in the end, I put it like in a couple of sentences.
So you said Helm of Valor, Hood of Cunning, Medallion of Courage should be replaced by Crown of King plus 5 all stats.
It's your info.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it should be Crown of Princess, which gives plus 4 to each. You fucking idiot. And then slow duration of all things. Fucking speed scroll is making orcs go at the speed of light, and this guy's like, oh, we need to nerf slow a little bit. I only have Wisp and Dryad to remove it. What the fuck are you talking about with your mountain giants? They don't even feel the slow. It makes them faster.
Oh, it's
Full of
about
shit. Really, slow is #1 priority, and then you said that a lot of the stuff is bullshit. Yeah, no wonder I didn't add this to the document. Nerub
because
towers.
you are full of shit.
I agree with the Nerub towers. Like they're really really silly. Like ziggurats in general. I agree with the bears. They're kind of shit. When I cast the Night Elf Flay in like any DreamHack, I was like, what the fuck? These bears look so garbage against undead, against human, against everything.
Yeah.
Statue regen. Okay, that's... Now we're best friends. It's crazy.
Yeah, I
good.
kind of stole it from your info, but it's very important.
It's hard to like do a nerf on something like that number-wise that will be good, right? Because like people are gonna be unhappy either way. They're gonna say it's not enough, it's too much and stuff. But yeah, statues for sure. I think like the numbers are insane. Just that regen.
Well, when the first statue is out and it is starting to just dominate.
Okay, so that's it for you. I put it in the chat, the link, and I'll also put it under the VOD on YouTube if you guys want to check this link. But yeah, it's the feedback from all these guys. Remo also gave a lot of feedback. You saw his?
No, I didn't read because he's no one. I mean, would you read
The many-faced
example,
gods won't seem to be no one. What?
Would you read like Kaiser's info about it?
Yeah. I would laugh my ass off, but I would. Kaiser, you want to give feedback?
I mean, I need to get better at the game before I can have like honest, balanced opinion. But I hate mana burn.
What? You want to nerf mana burn? You said?
Yeah, let's go for it. I mean, I'm down.
Neutron.
Foggy.
Any comments?
About mana burn?
Yeah.
Well, Kaiser doesn't like when somebody suck from him or what?
How am I supposed to coil Nova if I can't coil Nova? I just got.
Buy mana potion.
Mana potion and statues. We just talked about it. Wait, where is the altar? I just want to mention the altar thing from Remo. Shit, it's so long. Did you see like he suggested an altar thing that will like use a revelation or something? And then I read that and I was like, what the fuck did he smoke before suggesting that?
He says that he suggested the orc altar had like a one-time use farsight that can be used at your
Yeah, he definitely smoked something.
We need to find this one. Fuck, I can't find it. Maybe this is like the edited version or
Use
something.
Control plus F.
I did, but I can't find it. Maybe this is like maybe he edited it or something. Anyway, yeah, we talked about a little bit. It's pretty nice to get some feedback. Like the goal was really to try and hear what everybody has to say. A lot of people are very shy to talk about balance, though. It feels like there's a bit of a stigma. You know, like I asked so many people about this, and like very few of them answered. It felt like.
Well, at first I was too lazy to think about it, so I was like, okay, if Blizzard gonna make some changes, I don't mind to whichever it will be. So I don't care. We need to adapt to every change they make.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a bit of a stigma around balance whining, right? Like you
No,
got.
I don't know what this stigma word means. Wait, I'm gonna Google it.
It means like it's like people see it as like a bad thing, kind of. You know, like if you balance one, then immediately they're gonna put you in that bracket, and then like they won't like you or whatever, or they'll say bad stuff about you. So some pro players, they are hesitant to say anything, and I think they understand that if they complain a lot, it's gonna look really bad. I mean, yeah, like I guess you probably don't care, Neutron, but Kaiser, like, do you think there's some truth to that, or?
I would definitely say so. Just like hanging around like more lower skill people. Like a lot of the time you hear balance complaint, and it's like, well, I mean, we're like 1500 MMR. There's probably other stuff you can fix.
Yeah. Yeah, no, so it doesn't really surprise me. I did expect to get more answers, though. I must have messaged like maybe 30 people that didn't reply me about this. So, but then again, maybe they get feedback, and I didn't see like from Neutron, Kappa. Yeah, I think that's it with that. Let's do a few questions from the chat, and then we'll do some shout outs after that. So unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about, let me know. But otherwise, start firing those questions up in the chat, guys. If you got any questions for Kaiser or Neutron or me, or anything in general about Warcraft 3. Mage said, I'd like to make Chimp stronger so I can do more cheapo if we're just putting out suggestions. This is a FFA change right there, isn't it? Where's 120? He had a problem with his internet, so I guess he was hoping it would come back, but I guess it never came back, so he didn't end up joining us. Yeah, I'll try and add your stuff to the document later, Neutron. Radiant asked Immolation rework suggestions to me. I don't know why to me, because I'm not a Night Elf, so I'll ask to Neutron. What do you think?
Immolation?
Yeah. Do you want to see Immolation reworked?
Yeah, if it would be a bit better, just a bit. I think many Night Elves gonna use it because it's very good in certain situations, like when you fight against lots of militia on human expansion or harass human main, like Sonic did all the time previously, many years ago, as if you remember.
Yeah.
And it's also very entertaining, so I think it would be nice to rework it. Also against some Mazgul rushes, or maybe in mid game when Mazgul approaching your army and demons surrounded. So right now, Immolation does literally nothing. But if they would improve it, it's gonna be nice. Do you remember the times where you could not see what the items opponent hero has?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in 2003
And I think
or
it was
something.
Tillerman that suggested that we should see them. And I remember thinking, this is fucking stupid. I don't want to see items. And then now I'm like, oh my god, imagine if we couldn't see items.
I remember so many games from with Night Elves against undeads, for example, when undead is surrounding Demon Hunter, he turns on Immolation and then used two healing potions, then invul potion, and all the ghouls just dies to
Surprise!
solo hero. Yeah, it was so nice to watch. I want these days back. I was so young and beautiful.
Nah.
I think it'd really be cool to see Immolate be like a toggle where it doesn't cost mana but it lasts a certain amount of time instead, or like maybe it costs like 50 mana or whatever. Because I feel like the big thing is when you take Immolate and say you're being ghoul rushed, suddenly you got to use like double the amount of like Moonwell juice to actually like heal your Demon Hunter or whatever. So it seems counterproductive to just even skill it again in that situation sometimes.
Yeah, maybe if they would, or above the damage. Because now it's just for the cost. It doesn't seem like it's worth it, you know? Like, it doesn't do enough damage. Like, you can go for Immolation. Even if you're surrounded, you're doing full damage. It's like, it's not even actually that good, like, to be honest. So, yeah, maybe a slight damage buff on it, I guess, would be okay.
But I just imagine if they're gonna buff it a little and people gonna start Demon Hunter harass ToD and he gonna whine about it.
What are you talking about?
fast.
I'm gonna make 15 towers. I don't give a shit. It's still gonna be less bad than the freaking Creep Lord and the Beatles that I'm enjoying facing every single game. Trust me. Like,
Yeah,
it's
that's
nothing
true.
in comparison. Actually, we should go back to balance real quick. I didn't get to hear from you guys. I just want to hear about the overall balance. Like, you shared some of your thoughts, Neutron, but can you go maybe a little bit more in detail on like all three matchups that are not mirror, and then if we can get a race ranking, that would be perfect as well.
Well, I think nothing changed from the last town halls. I think Night Elf against Orc is a bit favorite, like Lola had said. I support him in this. Like maybe it's like 55 to 45 for Night Elf. Night Elf Undead, I would make it 50-50, and against Human, it's like 42 to 58 for in favor of Human, of course.
And your race ranking?
Right right now, considering the situation in undead against human match, I think undead's definitely number one. Then human slash night elf, and then orcs.
Kaiser?
For me, I think the only like really big outlier I can think of is like Stomp, Clap, and CL are the three things that I think are like actually kind of way too strong. Even as an undead player, I hate seeing Cryptlord because for me it ruins like the fun I had in human matchup just playing standard, and then also like undead mirror is already insufferable, and now it's just like it feels more like I'm playing like an all-in like proxy like zergling like shit in StarCraft.
Yeah.
As far as like race ranking, I'd probably say I'm the strongest elf, human, orc.
All right. All right. Let me see. I saw a couple of questions. If you guys see something, let me know as well.
Hey Neutron, did you get vaccinated against COVID? Nice question. Of course not. No.
Is Turtle
Well,
Rock ready for 1v1? I mean, Twisted
no.
wasn't better, but Turtle Rock again. I have no
Turtle
idea
Rock
what
is
these people are
proper shit.
thinking. That like they're adding Turtle Rock again in the map pool. Like they're nuts. It's just we really like newer cool maps. I think in Warcraft 3, and we got like some good map makers. But I feel like there is not a correct system to see some new maps being added into the map pool currently. I kind of like that W3 Champions tried to do something about that and added Autumn Lives. And I would love to see more of that in the future with more maps being tested out and then maybe eventually joining the map pool for like some tournaments. Because it's super stale in Warcraft 3. What do you think, Neutron?
I think Autumn Falls is complete shit, but some other maps like Brightwater Oasis was really good. Especially this one. I don't remember others. But this Autumn Falls are super unbalanced. So for Night Elf, it's the worst map in the pool.
Kaiser?
So
Sorry, go.
so I played like 5 games on it and just veto it for good.
For me, Oasis, it seems too like big and open. Like the distance between the camps is so big, so it's like it feels like I'm running a marathon instead of like playing the actual game.
Yeah, well, running a marathon with Unholy Aura sounds like a pretty good advantage to have, to be honest.
Well, how do I have aura if I got Cryptlord though?
Yeah, true. I guess on tier 2. Floss says we will add new maps in coming seasons. That sounds really good, actually. Honestly, like, W3 Champions is the shit. I saw somebody asked about that. Somebody said... God Quail said, Todd, do you think W3C will die when the Blizzard ladder is released? After it comes out, should the community stick with W3 Champion, given Blizzard's poor track record of supports? I don't know... I just don't see the ladder of that will come out being as good as W3 Champions. So maybe for the more casual players, they might play on the BNet ladder, but I think W3 Champions is never going to be surpassed in terms of quality from anything that Blizzard's going to make.
By the way, is Floss Daily an admin from?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have a question for him. Why do we have US hosts for 2 European players so often?
Yeah, but it's not up to them. It's a bug with Blizzard servers. If you would
Oh,
be on the
okay.
Discord, you would know that it's not up to W3 Champions. They just queue the game like they used to. It's on Blizzard's end that there's a problem with the servers. It's not on
Okay.
W3 Champions' end, and yeah, it's been really
But
shitty.
it's so annoying to play half of the games on US server.
Yeah, I have the same. Like you can feel it in like 1 second into the game. I send my peasants to the gold. I'm like, oh fuck that. Like I already know. Like it feels so laggy. But yeah, I hope this gets fixed. Like it's so like. It's crazy that in Warcraft 3, like, we were really disappointed around Reforged launch. There's been so many problems, and then every patch notes that we see, it's almost like a joke, like a really bad joke. And now some of the stuff that was working is somehow not working as well anymore. It's like, what the fuck is going on? Can we get like a working game and play in decent conditions to try and like enjoy Warcraft 3? It's crazy that now this is like getting broken and not working as well anymore.
you just following up on that. Even if Blizzard releases a ladder that has everything that we want now, like no matter what they release, it's just not going to be as like fluid as like Warcraft 3 Champions, because there's just so many people like, hey, we want this, and they're like, oh, here it is. Like 2 weeks later, like within like a week of Foggy playing with Zoom on BattleNet or Champions, they introduced the feature.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like also, I'm pretty sure BNet is supposed to still be global and stuff. Like when I read the announcement, there was a bunch of stuff in there. You can tell they don't really know how to execute launching a proper ladder. That's why I kept repeating, like, just get in touch with the W3 champions guys, make something happen together. But it's just not happening for some reason. They're not doing it. We have a clear, really sick ladder right now that works out super well. Imagine if they were to add W3 champions into Warcraft 3, how amazing it would be as like a ladder. But I don't know what it is. It's just, it feels like it's not happening, and it's really, really sad because it's just a waste of potential. And I would have loved to see that, but what can you do? Yeah, we don't choose hosts. All we do is match players through custom games. We're working on host bots, then it will get way, way, way better. Yeah. That sounds pretty good. Maybe some Russian host. Maybe US East host would be amazing as well to have a better ping. Okay, I think that's gonna be it, guys. Let's do some shout outs and then I'll let you guys go and chill.
Water.
Hello. Is this Mini Neutron?
Hello.
Can you ask her to say nobody cares, bro?
Nobody cares.
Nobody
all right.
cares.
Kaiser, by the way, what's your schedule when you stream?
I wish I had a better, like, actual strict schedule. I mostly just do it whenever I got time. Yeah. Usually, like, from now until about, like, 5 hours, wherever you might be.
And every day or?
Recently I've been streaming a lot, actually, but, usually it's a bit more sporadic, but it'll probably be more sporadic coming up. I got school next week.
Yeah. And like, do you have goals to try and, reach a certain league or something? Or you're just like streaming whenever and taking it easy?
Recently I've been kind of taking it easy. Well, actually, more recently I've been kind of actively training more, because I would like to get to diamond by the end of the year. Like solid diamond, not like kind of fluctuating a bit there.
Okay. All right, let's do some shout outs. Where can people follow you? Like, what do you have? A Twitter, a Twitch, only a Twitch? Let us know where you want people to check you out, and I'll make sure to put those links under the video on YouTube as well.
Sure. If you guys want to see some learning undead action inspired by our Lord and Savior side, check me out at Twitch TV, DerKaiser47 _. I got YouTube for some beginner undead stuff as well. I got pin messages in the Warcraft 3 gym, and I'm up pretty much like 18 hours of the day. So if you got any questions and you want to learn from someone who has walked the path of a very bad undead to just a bad undead, I can help you too.
Neutron?
Recently I joined to Camp Knopf coaches. So if you want to get better in this game, you can go there or message me somewhere. And also you can buy a short with me saying "Nobody cares, bro."
Really?
Yeah.
Do you have a photo? Like, I haven't seen that one yet, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of new, and I just checked, and there is no big picture of it. It's like picture of me. I'm gonna give you a link. Wait,
Dude, that's sick,
in
actually.
Discord. Yeah, it's a low quality, so you can't just
Yeah.
make it big, but it's some bubble with "Nobody cares, bro."
What? Wait, what's the unit behind you? Oh, is that a giant?
Yeah.
Dudes, that's sick, actually. It's like your exact jacket and everything, too. But,
Yeah.
but it's not good that you're smiling, because when you said it in Anaheim, you were like really, really intense, really serious.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But I didn't have such a picture, same picture. So also recently I had a stream, and I will try to stream more in near future. I just need to finish some work in real life. So I have a lot of work recently, and when I finish most of it, I will have more free time to stream for you guys. So don't lose faith in me, and I am gonna
Too
be
late.
back, guys.
All right.
Yeah, today.
Thank you very much, guys. Thank you for being on. Much love to you, and I'll see you guys very soon. I'll make sure to leave all your contacts everywhere. Have a good night. Take care. Much love. Peace.
Beaches.
All right. That was a fun one, as always. Not the longest episode, but sadly one didn't manage to make it, it looks like. So, yeah. Thanks again for these guys to join me. For this, I should be trying to schedule some newer town halls in the near future as well. To just keep on talking about all news Warcraft 3 related. So make sure to follow these guys. I'll put all the links again under the video. And recently I lost the... I had a friend helping me out putting everything up on like, you know, the podcast, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, Podbean and everything. So going forward, I'm only going to post the videos on YouTube. Sadly, I guess, if you guys were catching this on podcast platforms, now you'll only be able to find those VODs on YouTube for now, at least. Maybe in the future I'll look into re-adding everything, but now I just don't have the time to do everything on my own because I'm gonna have to make like... I had to make the graphic, thumbnail and everything myself, so it's gonna be really tough. But there is still a ton of perks on the Patreon, like priority Q&A questions, a bunch of Discord perks. I still send monthly replay packs, which are more like every 2 weeks, to be honest. Custom recorded voice message you can use for a stream alert, voicemail, greeting, or whatever. Ability to cast votes for the future direction of my tutorial content, and you can submit replays for me to analyze live on stream and much more, so check it out. I still have to release the video that I recorded, the interview with Lucifer, and it's up to be uploaded. I just need to make a thumbnail for it, which I'm very bad at. I'm learning Photoshop right now, so it might take a little bit of time, but it should be up soon, and it was a really good one, so keep an eye out for that. So for any tutorial or interview content, it's gonna be available on Patreon for Patreons only for 1 whole week before it's made public, and for the town hall it's gonna be 2 days on Patreon and then it's made public. So thank you for tuning in, guys, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.